Guys, welcome. And today we have an Arsenal fan, we have a United fan, and I'm a United fan too. We want to discuss a few issues as the season ends. Tommy is here, Ilerioluwa is here, and I'm Ayodele. And we just want to discuss end of the season, who's done what, why, what our views are. I know Ileri and Tommy don't agree on something. We were discussing the Sport Writers Player of the Year, and it's Bruno. Declan Rice was second, and we had the gentleman from City, he's third, Alan, he's third. So, Ileri, you think Bruno deserves to be first? Tommy thinks otherwise. Why do you think Bruno should have
I know
rightly won?
I know Bruno deserves to be first, actually.
Okay.
With all due respect, of course. I would say reason being, if you look at where Man United was last season and where we are now, we've gone from no European competition to the biggest European competition there's to offer, which is the Champions League. And we've not done it in a struggle. We are comfortably third. We're comfortably third. Even if I think for the past two games, if I lost the past two, we would still be in the Champions League.
But Larry, sorry to interject. Well, we are talking about individuals here. An individual award, not team. So the fact that, anyway, I'll allow you land.
Of course.
I'm preempting you in this bit. The fact that Man United won woefully last season and then they're better now is no. I don't think that should be a metric. But I'll allow you land.
Of course, it is an individual accolade. And the thing with individual accolades is you could score 20-something goals, 23 goals, and you could be in the relegation battle, and you would not be anywhere near anything PFA. So why I feel like I'm bringing up Man United being third is the role Bruno has played for us to be third is really instrumental. If you take Bruno Fernandes out the team, we're not qualifying for the Champions League, we're not qualifying for Europa. And since you're saying individual accolades, Bruno Fernandes is hands down the best assister, the best playmaker in Europe, especially in the Premier League. If you look at the metrics, if you look at the charts, you'll see Bruno Fernandes here, everybody else is in and around the same area. So if we're saying individual metrics, Bruno is on pace, one more assist. As of when we speak now, we have one more game in hand, everybody has. Bruno is one assist off breaking the record. He has 20 assists in the Premier League season. He has 20.
Made the record already.
He's tied the record. He's one off breaking the record. So that alone, and with what he has provided to the club, I feel like it is hands down easily. It says why Bruno should be the PFA Player of the Year and rightfully why he won it.
Larry, well, that's interesting because if I hear you correctly, you mentioned two things. Number one, yes, Man U from last season and to where they are currently, and then, which I think is your strongest point, that being given the fact that the number of assists he has accumulated for Manchester United this season. Well, if you're asking me, I can point to the second. I don't know now who the second is in terms of number of assists.
Ryan Shirky.
Yeah, okay. That's. But I don't.
How many has he done?
Like 11, 12.
Okay, compared to 20. But I don't think that's enough. So think about it. It's an individual accolade, just like you said. And for me, I think it should be about who carried the team through the entire season. And for me, it follows logic. If you followed Arsenal's game, so there are different reasons why I believe that it's Declan Rice, and rightfully so. His influence in Arsenal's games, not just even Premier League, but I know this award is specific for the Premier League, but Declan Rice's influence in our games has been phenomenal. If you take out Rice from many of our games, I think, and you can watch the games, you can replay the games. We definitely would have lost certain matches, and for one, we've not had. This you can tie this to the overall performance of the team. We have not considered a red card this season.
Okay.
We've not considered a penalty this season.
Okay.
So we can say that our discipline has increased. It's much better than previous season. But in terms of discipline, I think one of the person that enforces or reinforces this metric of discipline has been Rice. Yeah, you see that. In fact, even when we lose possession, if you don't see anyone tracking back, running with all gusto, you definitely see Declan Rice. I can't say the same for Fernandes, can you?
No, I can't.
Yeah. So
in that aspect, no, I cannot.
So he plays forward. He also tracks back. I think that's influence because I mean, just like they say in basketball, offense alone doesn't win you championships. Defense as well. So if you're not talking about if this is not influence, what else is this?
Those are valid points, very valid points. But then one area, it's not about what I hear you saying is he does a lot of running. I can run on any pitch.
It wins duels as well.
Let me. I can run on any pitch. Maybe not as much as him, but I can run on any pitch. Declan Rice. Okay. If you look at the games, especially the latter end of the season, Arsenal is not a very progressive team. Sorry, but I think you've seen it also. You guys don't progress the ball. A lot of the passing stats are overrated. It is Rice receiving the ball, Rice passing it back. Rice receiving the ball, giving it to Zubimendi maybe on the right of him or the left of him. Maybe he has an Odegaard there. Rice does not progress the ball. Is there a metric, a trackable metric you can give me that shows Declan Rice has been influential in ABC ways? Like, is there anyone you can give me other than he covers a good length of the pitch and he passes the ball, he spreads the ball well, and he doesn't even spread the ball that well. So you saying you've also brought up the fact influence. Do you know what 20 assists is in a Premier League season? 20 assists is to a team in a Premier League season. 20 assists is 20 goals in a Premier League season. That is influence. If we're talking about influence, who has influenced the team? If you take Bruno Fernandes out of Manchester United, out of Manchester United, that is 20 assists gone. That's 20 goals gone. Only God knows where we'd be. But in my opinion, I can list 5 players you can put in the Declan Rice role, which the role is run around, have very good charisma. Scott McTominay had great charisma. If charisma is the main thing, you can't track charisma, can you? Because McTominay had great charisma, but we sold him. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If the main thing you're hitting on is charisma and going forward and coming back, that's the box-to-box. Scott McTominay plays that role amazing. He played the role in Man United, but it was not the quality we needed. Declan Rice is extremely overrated in my opinion, especially at the end of the season. He's not very progressive on the ball. Can you tell me, is Declan Rice creative? At the latter end of the season, what we've seen, do you believe Declan Rice has been at the peak of his power? Do you believe he's been very creative? Other than running forward, running back, having great spirit and great energy, those are not trackable metrics. Do you get what I'm trying to say? A trackable metric is that Bruno Fernandes in the Premier League season has 20 assists. Bruno Fernandes has 20 assists. Bruno Fernandes has maybe 10 more chances created than any other player in the Premier. Those are trackable metrics, and that is why Bruno Fernandes won the PFA Premier League Player of the Year, in my opinion.
What's his name? Bruno. I mean, may as well be in the same situation.
Wait. Thank you for bringing that up.
Wait.
You know, Bruno Fernandes played the 6th position for like half of the season.
When we had that
Bruno Fernandes played as a 6, not as an 8, not as a 10. Bruno Fernandes played at a 6 and he still finished with God knows how many chances created and he still finished with 20 assists. Bruno Fernandes played as a 6. What I've heard from Declan Rice is what he did last season. Declan Rice has not been anything spectacular this season. Declan Rice gets the ball, he passes it. That's your job as a midfielder, and he has a lot of energy. Declan Rice is, in my opinion, especially for the latter stage of like the other half of the season, Declan Rice has been an overrated Duracell Bunny. That's how I see it. He has a lot of energy. He has the ability.
Bunny,
that's how I see it. He's a good player. But have you seen him scan? You know what scanning is? Oh, look, why are you scanning 50 times to get the ball one time? And once he scans, it's not like he's being progressive with the ball. He gets the ball, he passes it back. Sure, he stops some attacks. But which midfielder doesn't do that? Anderson, that plays for Nottingham Forest, he does that. Casemiro does that. So with the metrics you're saying, there's no reason Declan Rice should even be second. If you're saying 35 games, that's energy.
Where are they on the team? Because that also matters because
I reference Casemiro. And Anderson, okay.
And Anderson, where is he on the team?
Not you down here, they're not doing that well. Yeah, but you're saying individually, and you're saying another thing you brought up was influence.
You must. I mean, yes, individually, because I was the one that brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, it still has its play in the team and where the team has reached. Because if you don't,
but now do you think it's more individual? Because I was talking team, how Bruno Fernandes were 15th, now we're 3rd. I said individual, fine. But now you're saying it's more of the team thing.
Yours was against last season. I mean, they are different seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't.
Okay, not just against last season. Bruno Fernandes has stepped up from when he played in the 6th role to when he played in the 8th or a free role right now. Bruno Fernandes has played out of his mind. Are you trying to tell me that in the Man United squad compared to the Arsenal squad, Declan Rice's influence has been bigger than Bruno Fernandes' influence? No, yes or no? I just want to understand. Yes or no? Do you think Declan Rice has had more of an influence in the Arsenal team than Bruno Fernandes with 20 assists and God knows how many created chances has had more of an influence than Declan Rice. Who do you think has had more of an influence on the team? Declan Rice or Bruno Fernandes? That's just yes or no. Declan Rice is yes. Bruno Fernandes is no. Who do you think has had more of an influence?
Declan Rice.
What trackable metric can you trackable metric can you give it to me other than him having energy running up and down?
No. That's not the only thing I've said. But in the words of Steve Kerr, that's my story, and I'm sticking with it based on all the things I've said. Because I mean, if you look at it, what do you?
Give me a trackable metric. Give me a metric. I've given you chances created, and I've given you assists. Those are two crazy metrics. Reason being, without assists, you can't score goals. Without chances created, God knows what happened from those chances created. You get what I'm trying to say? So give me not one, not two or three. Give me one trackable metric.
You also you've conceded to the fact that in terms of tracking back, winning possessions from lost possessions, you've said that.
But we act like Bruno doesn't do that too.
You said you said that he's performed below par.
Who?
That's what you said about Bruno. Yes.
Yeah, but for his position or generally?
Whether for his position or
for his position, Bruno Fernandes tracks back. Let's not get it twisted. Bruno Fernandes tracks back. There'll be attacks that I'm like, how did Bruno get there? If he has to drag somebody down and take the yellow card, he'll take it. He does the dirty work.
Do you watch Arsenal games?
Yes, I watch the games and they're not interesting at all. Because the way you play football is very boring and bland. I watch the games. Trust me, I love football. I watch your games. You don't really play good like at all. Declan Rice is not inspirational. The first half of the season, fine. Lovely. I love the way you guys played. But Declan Rice gets the ball. He doesn't progress the ball. He barely progresses the ball. Especially, and you can't say it's recency bias because it's been for like Premier League is 30, 36, 38 games. The past 18 games, he does not progress the ball up. Declan Rice goes forward, comes back. If it's a hit map battle, I give it to you. Declan Rice all the way. If we're talking about a hit map battle, sure. But we're talking about metrics that we can track. Give me a metric that tells me that Declan Rice has been way better than Bruno Fernandes
like
and more influential than Bruno Fernandes.
How much influence, how many goals creation, how many assists, how many interceptions he's made, those sort of metrics. I don't know. I mean, you boys don't seem to agree. We might leave it at this point, guys. I hope
tell us your views in the comments.
Tell us your views in the comments
Let's
section,
know.
let's know what you think. Who you think actually deserves it. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.